Yeah, let's start. Can you give us maybe just a quick brief about the project, quick introduction?
Brief. It's a
I
new
know we
platform.
discussed so far.
Yeah, it's a new
I don't know.
platform.
Anshul, I
Go
think you
ahead.
were there with in the meeting at IBC, I presume, or it was Kishan?
No, I think Kishan, maybe.
Yeah,
Kishan.
another guy
Okay.
who presented. Yeah, it was,
Okay.
IBC is a it's
Yeah.
a market.
Yeah, no, but we were all there actually, but everyone was in different
yeah.
meetings, I presume.
Yeah, sure.
طيب, anyway,
fun.
just give us a brief, please.
It's a new platform.
Because,
It's a new platform with an investor. Actually, it's a big investment fund who are going to. They came to us. My background, I used to be in production. I used to be the director of production of Al Jazeera. So I was in production and director as well, and we produced lots of content before. So I met two of the guys of the investor, because we worked together for over 12 years now. So they got the investor. They wanted something new to the OTT, something which had value to the current OTT and the productions. And they said they want an OTT, and they have the fund to develop it, and they have a fund as well to take it from a development fund as well. So the investor, he has his own, and there is another fund coming from Holland, from Netherlands, to top up the project for 5 years. It's mainly based on original productions and mainly focusing on Gen Z. And it has a bit of cultural root as well. It's a proximity things, and it needs to be covering in the original production all the Arab world and Iran and Turkey. So we are focusing more on the verticals, on original verticals, not versioning, not formatting of the verticals, plus some premium acquisitions and film d'auteur, which is a director producer films, short films mainly. We are not focusing on long films at all. And this is the specialty of the platform. At the moment, they are finalizing the presentation and with the investment fund and all that kind of things. And still, we need the backbone. When I was in IBC, I had the idea before, because we met them before as well, and we discussed thoroughly on the project. And I said I will search for a good solution. And actually, I know Deltatre from before, because I was part of a VAR team who worked, and Deltatre, you have a view under you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I said, why not? I'll pass by. I spoke to Marcello. He said, yes, it's a great solution. Especially, we're looking not to invest in capex, but more, we don't need to care about the technicalities behind it, mainly on the OPEX of it, and the OPEX and the facilitations and the flexibility of the system. We can grow with it, and we can minimize with it, and it's flexible. I had the Deltatre before, because I worked for Al Jazeera as well for 2 years on the digital as well, in a project on development. And I said, maybe it's good to communicate with Deltatre directly. I shopped around, then I said, no, I will go to Deltatre because of the flexibility of the systems and the experience on the field as well. One of the first OTT who was in the field. So the learning curve is passed already now. It's stable, it's everything. Sure. That's why this is the project in general. I believe the kickoff will be the first quarter of 2026. And then we'll take it further on all levels, production, distribution, and all that kind of things. And I'd love to know more about the flexibility of the system, especially we are counting on Deltatre as well to connect the systems directly to the post-production and the quality check before publishing and before aligning things, in which you do it as well. You have the plugins and you have everything to have encompassing all the solution, all one-on-one.
Okay.
Great. It sounds great, and very nice summary overall. It seems like quite interesting given 2 bigger funds are involved. So I'm sure they are planning something big unit to launch.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick question. So you mentioned production and QC workflows. Does that involve VOD as well as live productions as well?
Sorry, go ahead.
The VOD content, on-demand content, as well as live, or is will it be more focusing on VOD?
90% of it is going to be recorded, ready to play content.
Okay.
And 10% we left it, as I answered, we left it because we are counting as well on influencers, content makers, influencers, content maker. It's not just influencers going for the live. They do have content to produce to project for the small portion for the live events.
So the live events are only will be only like short events, I would say, yeah? From
Short
influencers,
events,
not
yes.
You're not covering like I don't
No.
know, conferences or like
No.
sports matches or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
no, not the intention, no.
Okay.
It's mainly
Okay.
focusing on one person, first person projecting.
Okay. Okay, and Mahmoud, you mentioned the production company is already available today, or the full project is new, and the full
The
investment.
full project is new, and we started communicating with with filmmakers, producers, and filmmakers, and to prepare their commissioning cycle for the original productions. Acquisition is going to start very soon as well, to have the titles, the volumes, all that kind of genre, languages, all that kind of things. But counting on the original production to put a pillar, because your identity is mainly in original productions.
Yeah, sure. So it's going to be only a digital platform. You're not planning like a broadcast channel, for example, over satellite or something.
No,
It's purely production,
Pure
and
OTT.
then production, and then you distribute over digital and OTT streaming and stuff.
That's right, correct.
Okay. And is it finalized, the location, or not yet? You told me last time, I think, between
UAE,
Saudi.
they are still between UAE and a country in France, maybe Cyprus, part of the European Union.
Okay. Okay. So not Saudi. I think it was Saudi.
No, it either UAE is it was juggling. When we spoke as well, and we were at IBC, it was juggling. No, it's either UAE or another European.
Or Cyprus. Okay.
Yeah, European.
No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe like another question from my end. So you mentioned that the content is going to be mainly focusing on like Gen Z and with originals. So
yeah, it's Gen Z to the millennium. It's bridging between both generation, Gen Z to millennium. Then Gen Z, the smaller one, and the millennium who are in their 40 to 50s. Mainly. Because these one who are paying for Gen Z, mainly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The parents.
The parents, yeah.
Okay.
And will there be a requirement of, say, vertical videos or, that kind of formats like swiping or stories?
Yes, verticals, yes. The original, a big part of the original productions, mainly the drama things, it's going to be verticals, originally verticals. So it's not formatted. Acquisition will be formatted, and some originals will be in a normal, because we are going to put them on YouTube and all that kind of things. For the trailers, I mean, but the OTT will be in horizontal as well. 16:9, 14:9, something like that, similar.
Okay. So it will be like a mix of 16:9 and 9:16.
Yes.
Both of the formats will be required.
Correct.
Makes sense. And from a presentation perspective, like would you be needing like just normal swipe kind of functionality like you would see in TikTok or in Instagram or something like that? Or would it be more like story-like format where you build stories around that? So maybe a video with an image and some text.
For sure. Because for Gen Z, TikTok will be a very strong medium, by the way. It's not the only one, but it will be on TikTok. Right. However, on the monetization part, because it has a relationship with the monetization, they will spoil, for example, 1 or 2, and they see the stories. Then after that, they will have the panel. They need to go to the platform and pay to watch the rest. So this is what they are doing currently on TikTok. So we are going to have a mix of both. This is what I mentioned in the reply, Wajdi, which is about the TikTok. Maybe will broadcast 1, 2 shorts, free or 3 free, and then they need to go to the platform to pay as well, and they have a facilitation to pay.
So it will be like a promo.
Like a promo trailer,
like a promo.
But they can watch a good content, a content which it's cut, it's intended to attract them.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is what we see every day today.
Gen Z.
At
mainly Gen Z.
At the social media
Right.
platforms,
That's
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an interesting, sort of attribution when you want to promote like content on, say, Instagram or TikTok, and then want to look dedicated destination for like longer format consumption. So would it be would it be a fair understanding to say the short form will mainly reside on, say, TikTok or Instagram or any marketing channels where you want to just promote, and then the longer form
Yes, we
content in
can.
16:9 will reside on OTT. So OTT.
Or they can watch it maybe later on. If it is original format, they can watch it in 9 by
Okay.
16, but they need to go
Okay.
to the longer to the paid service.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. All
Because
right.
some originals are meant to TikTok and are
Yeah.
meant in 916, and other originals we are going to format them to put them on TikTok. When they go there, it's 16 by 9.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. So, and any other question, with respect to or say expectations that you have, from this demonstration, where I can focus like maybe a bit more, or would it be okay if I start with like a general introduction and walk you through, the components that we have, and then follow it up with.
You can go briefly. I absorbed the presentation you sent, the brochure. Thank you for this. I believe we go straight into the technical part of it and the impact. But you can go briefly as well. Maybe I didn't pick up everything, but I believe so. I have a full idea about the solution.
Sounds great. So I'll spend some time, showing you, a wider architecture that we have on our end of the platform, and then we can jump on like some modules. Again, the platform is like fairly big, so I might not be able to cover everything, but
Yeah.
this gives you like an understanding of what we have, and if we need to do like a further breakout session or like deep dives on some of these, we can
Mhm.
definitely arrange it at your discretion.
Good. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah, sure,
So
Anshul. Yeah, let's focus on the main platform features, okay, that they need, and then in case
Yeah,
in case we need more to go in deeper, then
we
yeah,
go deeper.
if we have time, we can answer any questions, or maybe later we can arrange like more detailed sessions. Definitely, and
yeah, absolutely. All right. So just to give you a brief overview of how platform is architected and how what are the things in our ecosystem. So Vesper, as we say, is built for use case where if you want to say launch Netflix in a box, that's exactly where we come in, and we provide you the entire ecosystem, which encompasses of like our core video foundation, which you see on the bottom layer. So live linear streaming, linear channels, or online video platform where you store and manage your content, your metadata, your categorization, tagging, create seasons or series, or in sports use cases like collections or playlists. We then have like our own video player, which is built from ground up, already connected and integrated with all of our applications. Studio is more of our, I would say, clipping tool. It's more in sports use cases where you want to clip some content, like remove slates, or if you have ads in your live streams, like remove those advertisements before you want to put it in the Word format on the applications. And it also has like a second component which might be interesting, to you. So what it can also do is it can generate the virtual live linear channels, and virtual live linear channels are nothing but bunch of word content that you can stitch together to create a live linear channel itself. So rather than
Okay.
investing in a dedicated playout, you can just like say create a pop-up channel, uh, which could be based on an event, like there is an event going on and you want to create a hype around that, or
Yeah.
you are launching a big series and then you created like a live linear channel for the older um, or older seasons for that. So those kind of things can be done. We then have anti-piracy suite, which is very superior. So it covers all of the basic parts. So encryption, multi-DRM systems. We then go a bit more advanced. So it's client-side watermarking, server-side watermarking, CDN leaching detection, which is through which we detect and prevent session sharing. So it covers like from the basic till most advanced of the analytic anti-piracy tools. that you would want to deploy, on the platform. Then the middle layer is mostly an interfacing layer through which you could interface with these backend, components. So we have content management, CMS, basically video CMS, where you again control this OVP, as well as app CMS, where you can curate, all of the front end rows of content and everything around that. User management gives you the ability to, manage all the users on our platform. So we also provide a uh, uh, you know, fully mature SIAM system, customer identity and access management. So your profiling management, identity, authentication, entitlement, everything is covered within this module. Then license management. So since your use case is, going to be offering like a paid subscription. So, and then you also mentioned that there might be, some influencer driven, live streaming. So you could do pay-per-views. You could also do subscriptions, which could be like monthly, yearly, or any custom duration based. And you can have like multiple, depending on your need. You could also have a subscription that is that limits advertisement to a certain extent. So if you are thinking of a, hybrid strategy where you want to have advertisements, you also want to have like a lower tier subscription where there are some ads, but not too many, like you would get in the ad supported tier. And then there is a premium subscription tier where there are no ads. So we are also able to support, those kind of relationships within the platform as well. Localization, I think Al Jazeera 360 would be, the perfect use case where we can demonstrate you, the right to left support on the platform. We also support Japanese and Chinese character sets. Beside, any of the ISO 8 coded language. So you could literally launch, the platform in any, any language that you want. And then data and analytics, I think this is one of our very strong suites. So we have
the most important thing to build up a good winning solution is the data and analytics. Morning.
Yes, absolutely. And I think I'll show you up, in a while, and you will see why this is like a very strong suite. It has won several awards.
In this one, we need to dig further.
Okay, absolutely. I'll
the layers of analytics.
So just to give you a brief overview, like it covers user analytics, subscription analytics, your revenues, that you generate across the platform, what are the orders, trial conversions, your marketing attributions. Like if you are trying to understand whether the marketing attributions created, conversion into subscriptions or, or registrations, those kind of analytics we can also do. And
as well geotagging, when you know exactly
absolutely.
where they are coming from.
Yeah. There are actually 100 plus parameters through which you could filter. So you would see that it is most flexible platform. We are not giving you like fixed dashboard. You can fully customize them, create segmentation around it, target those users with segmentation with your campaign management system on a regular basis. So it comes as a one-stop shop around that.
Sure.
And then video performance, so how your video is performing across series, seasons, and everything. Plus your general trends around video performance, essentially content performance, I would say. And then video performance, we have integrated with Mux to give you an independent view of our network, like network related stats. So how video is performing, if there are any latency and other details, that is covered through Mux, and again made available to you through Vesper Insights analytics platform. So you don't have to go to a third-party platform. It's all covered in in one tool at one place. And lastly, feature and functionality. So this just gives you the ability to. So being a SaaS platform, we do like multiple quarterly release. We have a very strong product roadmap, and every feature that we release automatically kind of becomes available to you. So you can really mature with the system rather than investing. Rather than having a strategy where you build a platform and then you further build on top of it on a recurring basis. So this is the benefit that you always get with the SaaS platform.
Yeah.
And lastly, Vesper application. So we are present across 22 plus platforms, which includes web, mobile, connected devices, connected TVs, gaming consoles. So including your Roku, or like Xbox, PlayStations.
Roku. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these devices are covered. We cover Vizio, Samsung. We are also doing Claro STB, in one of the regions. Comcast devices. So you could literally launch in like multiple devices in case you expand further. But I noted that you want to launch with Apple TV and Android TV, and then we have flexibility to launch LG, Samsung, Amazon Fire TV and other devices as well.
Okay.
Look forward. And if you want, like we also have the capability to provide you SDKs and APIs. And this is helpful, like if you are running a separate website, marketing website where you still want to feature some videos, or you want to build your own platform, like in case you mature like a couple of when you want to do it like maybe a couple of years after, you want to have like a more customized platform. That is also something that that you would be able to do without moving away from the platform. All right, so this was a brief overview. Now I'll show you some front ends on what that looks like, and then I'll show you the CMS and and other bits. So as an example, like this is the UFC Fight Pass service that is globally available, and again we have some regional variants as well, like UFC Brazil, and there used to be a UFC Arabia as well, but then the rights were pulled off from the market. So again, this gives you like a full flexibility in terms of
UFC
how
Arabia,
you want to
the one launched in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, the Riyadh season, I guess, the UFC Arabia.
But I think the rights are with Stars, right? Anshul, I think Stars Play. Maybe.
I think so. I'm not sure about like who owns the right now, but like it used to be I think Abu Dhabi Media earlier.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi Media is now part of Stars, so they use the same platform.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. So there is flexibility in terms of what kind of components you want to use, be it like landscape containers, or you want to use posters, or it could be a playlist which you can directly expand either within the interface, or you could have an interstitial. So there is a lot of flexibility in terms of how you want to present the content to the end user. So even being a SaaS platform, it's not like that you have to follow a fixed template, which many of companies you would see in the market ask you to do. It's a fully flexible platform where we give you about 24 plus UI UX containers, and then you can choose between them how you want to represent.
How many interfaces you have? Sorry.
So not interfaces, but 22 containers, like
22 containers. Okay.
Yeah.
We choose and you customize as well what you want.
Correct. Yeah. Like this is the double deck container. Like if you want like more content to be packed like in a short format, you could use this. There is also flexibilities like creating your own personalized watch list, which is a bit of unique feature because generally you would add to a common watch list. But here you can say it could be mood based, like I want to watch short dramas or movies or something else, and you could then customize this. You can also share these watch lists with your friends and family, and if they sign up using those, you can then track whether whether those attributed to your signups or purchases. So it gives you like a cross analytics as well, the way we have built the feature. Now the way we and for most of the containers, UI UX containers that we have, you can also see a background that you can attach to it, which can have its own title, descriptions, and a bunch of CTA. So if you are looking at sponsorships, like this row of content sponsored by Coca-Cola or Monster Energy, for example, UFC did that with Monster Energy some time back. So that could be another example that you could use for for sponsorship. There is flexibility in terms of how you want to show menu. So this is an example of side menu. Now, if I go into Last TV, let me change the URL. I think this is the marketing one. Right. So this is another M&E website that we have in the Philippines region for a content aggregator who aggregates the M&E as well as sports content in one platform. So this is a top menu example, and you can see like we do like a lot of live linear channels for them as well. It's a mix of content between sports and M&E, and each of our web application, if you see, looks pretty different from one another. There are some unique features as well. So if you go into schedule, for example, in High which is a US based brand under the wider AMC umbrella. And we do like all of the AMC brands. We have launched some, and we are in the process of launching few more. So this gives you visibility of what content you are going to be launching in next couple of days or months. Like Netflix, but in a different UI. Then there is variation. So important, because you mentioned that you are also aggregating content from some of the third parties. So if they want to have like their own dedicated sections within the application with a bit of tweak in branding. So here is an example of that. So if you see like UEFA, they have multiple champions. It's a sports example, so not a direct one, but probably a good to relate.
Yeah, it can be generated by John if they want to create anything.
Yes, absolutely. Like it could be anything. You could the platform gives you the flexibility to create any background. Either use an image or use a transparent background, or use a hex hex number for for a specific color, or you could just mix and match depending on what you want to give, like create a unique representation. And these backgrounds can be like fully customized. And these are independent of any categorization. So it could be for genre, it could be for teams, it could be for specific production houses. The possibilities are kind of limitless on this part. Then on another aspect, so I wanted to show you this platform like EuroLeague TV, and this is a platform, again, this is a sports-based one, but here the differentiation is we do everything for them, and these are the cards where you would see the sections that I was talking about. So you could have like a Netflix-like representation where you could go on into an endless scroll, or you could have this Disney-like representation where you have like say production houses or specific influencer cards, and then each of them have their own section or pages within the website.
You mentioned that you do everything for them. What do you mean by that?
And everything, by everything I mean, so we have a kind of partnership where we manage this whole platform for them. So we do content management, we do video management. So we manage and maintain their video catalog.
So you offer a managed service as well.
Right. So it's like full length of professional services. We build their artwork, so artwork for their content, so thumbnails, covers, posters, art, and then app store creatives, plus the content management, so video ingestion, metadata management, tagging, and then finally the curation of the content on the front end interface. So all of the aspects we manage for EuroLeague, and we also do that for a bunch of
even on the operations side. You can provide the operations side of it as well. It's not just the technical bone; it's the operation itself.
Absolutely.
We'll speak later about the model you are using. Okay, thank you.
So on business services side, we do two things. One is the content part, and then there is another arm of ours which handles business strategy and advisory. And they basically, there is a small team which is based in US, and we advise our client on, say, if you are going for an international expansion, what market size is there, what are the devices that you should launch with. Just as an example, what should be the price point, what is the possible revenue you could generate from there, how many users you could acquire. So it's a full fledged business service. And then there is a marketing growth marketing service where we then advise you, if you are already in the in the launch, like if you have already launched and then you want to get our support in terms of marketing activities. So we don't generally do the marketing directly, but we advise you what are the channels that you should do, what sort of spends and other things. So high level directional guidance, and we work with you hand in glove, kind of an extension to your team rather than taking over the entire part on those aspects.
Good.
Okay, so this was like a quick and this is the VLL channel I was talking about. We can represent the VLL channel in like multiple ways, and this is one way of representing this. So you get EuroLeague TV 24/7, which is essentially a VLL channel, and if you go in site,
it's like
a live,
it's like an RSS feeds. You have it on your website.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And again, on live, there are other functionalities such as like you can join from start or you can join from live. If you are running a few more live streams, which again might be less relevant, but just to show you functionality of the UI and what we can do. So these are like EPG driven live linear channels, which you can directly see. So any live event that you do, you can immediately see it through this card, which is there on TV as well. So it gives you like a quick a quick CTA to access those live streams on the platform. Okay, so this was a quick demo on front end. Again, there is like a lot of features and functionalities that I would love to show you, but in the interest of time, I'll show you the CMS. So this is our main admin backend interface where we manage the content curation for the front end. And what I'll do is I'll use this web application of ours, which kind of mimics what I have.
Just one second. Just I need to put my pullover because the AC is killing us in here. It's always on 19, and the flow of hair is just off the top of my head. Please, one second.
Wow. Cheers.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. 19 is like is a bit chilly, by the way.
I lowered the AC as well on my side. It's always freezing in this region.
Let me add on. Sorry for this. It's fine.
No, all good, all good.
It's a tagged content. Go ahead, please.
And this is the exact replica of how the content curation looks like for this application. Now, what I'm going to show you is like the how easy it is to operate on this interface. And what I'll do is I'll show you how to create a row. So you go into create new and hit on row. And then these are the containers that I was talking about. So you get like single row, and you also get like a preview of how it would look like onto the front end. If there is a double row, what that would look like. Maybe use a poster row. So it gives you like a quick a preview of everything that we support over here. Now let's select single row. Let's call it latest videos. You also get the option to show metadata as an overlay or as tagged metadata. So this also gives you like flexibility of presentation. So for all of the containers that we support on our platform, you could do everything. These for for all of those containers, or just not show the metadata in case you don't want to, depending on your marketing strategy. Show and hide the durations. Now hit next. You then get like a bunch of automated ways to curate the content, which is for live linear channels, or some predefined ones like upcoming events, continue watching, which is available cross device, same as favorites. We also have our own recommendation algorithm on the platform. So we consider user history, watch history, user watch behavior, what content he's watching, how long he's watching, and some custom qualifiers as well that you can set, like a specific tag or something else to weigh in on the algorithm a bit. And then we generate a 50 pointer personalized list of recommendation for each user.
Okay.
And then you get curated ones. So let's say if you have tagged your content with say play with tags, so you could do you could just type in a tag and we show you like what are the playlists that are available using this particular tag. Or if you remove everything, like just all the tags that you have on the platform. And then there are like more. You could do the same for playlist or seasons, or you could do a combined one. For this, I'll just use new, which gives me all the latest content published on the platform. You can then create like a localized, variation of this title. And this is only for the title because we maintain the translation for the remaining aspects of the applications in a dictionary entry. So this is only for the titles where you need to input this when you create when you create a title, and then hit publish. You immediately get a confirmation, and you would see this latest videos row added into the bottom. Now it takes about 10-15 seconds to propagate that into the front end. Let me also change the numbering. So you could, like, let's say if you want to reorder, you could just change it through the directional buttons. do drag and drop, or just change the number over here and then hit save, and then it it kind of reorders accordingly. Now, if you want to preview, which is a very important feature for I would say operational guys, because they work on creating most of these things, and then they don't know like what is happening on the front end. So this gives you an understanding of what exactly the application looks like onto the front end devices. Say for example on mobile, and then you also get segmentation. So if you want to show a different variation to guest users, these are some predefined cohorts that we have done on our end. We can also support external cohorts in here. Or you could segment it based on based on geography. You could also segment based on devices. You could also segment based on licenses that were sold on the platform. So a premium user would get a different content, different layout, content offering than a guest user in your application. And you can fully segment the UI based on these rules. And you would see some that I've already created over here, like this is targeted to kids, this is targeted to guest users, and so on and so forth. And all of these rules can also be stacked. So you could say, I want to present X content to somebody on iPhone device in UAE, between say this time period, or having a premium license. So you could also stack all of these segmentation rules to go as granular as you want on your content presentation strategy. Right. So let me go back to this and just hit refresh. This should be now. This is right. So you can see latest videos in here. So everything is like very quick, quick to do on the platform. We also support like gamification use cases, which could be relevant in your case, because this is like Gen Z and millennial content. So gamification through live likes, so polls, quizzes, trivias, on content, live chat, which is dedicated to that piece of content. All of those things are supported with live like as a third party.
And you can as well schedule for the live events, or you can schedule as a normal playlist. For example, episode 1 today, episode 2 next Wednesday, like HBO and Apple TV model. They are using it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was the example that I was showing you in High Dive. So you could schedule like whether you want to launch the release the full content, or you want to launch like a dub version. Yeah. You could also do it based on like subtitles. So let's say you have a full series in UAE, and then there are English subtitles coming. You could launch that as a separate separate release to keep the users excited. Yeah. And then I think search is also one of the strong thing. Since we are here, I'll probably just show you. So here we can use these create these filters based on the content tagging. So it depends on like whatever content tagging you have done. You could just create like separate filters. It could be artists, it could be anything, production houses, or things like that, or genres, like in this High Dive case. And again, there is like a lot more on the CMS, but I'll probably stop here and keep other things for the future sessions.
Sure.
And I'll quickly show you Insights, which is our Vesper Insights, which is our analytics platform. So there are multiple dashboards, as I was telling you. So you can track orders, you can track churn trends, you can track free trial marketing, so trial conversions into subscriptions. You can also track revenues, and probably let's start over there. So your watch data, your subscription management, your customer insights, your video metrics, which is where we are integrated with Mux. Retention analytics, where we give you like the RFP, RFM kind of dashboards, which are more relevant to marketing, marketing people. Now you wouldn't see the the data loaded here because this is my demo platform. So I'm going to load a previous segment where I had some demo data, and this is what it would look like. Right? And this is like a general bifurcation. You get some primary filters over here, like whether you want to understand it by settlement date or transaction dates. what are the currencies that you want to look for. So these are some primary filters which are used very, very frequently. And then now let's say if instead of device, instead of current revenue by license, you want to understand revenue per country. So you could come here and change it to billing country, hit apply, and then immediately you get that bifurcation.
And as
So
well,
this
you
is
can
like
change the billing and the amounts based on country. You know, some markets are smaller than others. And
yes,
some markets
absolutely.
are more, they have more capacity than others as well. You can customize it as well per country, per geotagging or something like that.
Yes, yeah. And you can also, like, through our subscription management, you can also create just one license, offer it to different countries, multiple countries in their local currency at different price points. So in UAE, it could be like 100 dirhams. In US, it could be like $10 or something like that. It can be like, and you don't have to create like multiple variations. It all can be done in one platform. We also support like very complex use cases such as price version migration. So let's say you had a license at $10. Now you want to raise the price to $15. And then usually the regulation will require your end users to be notified they had to opt in certain countries. So those are also the features that we have developed, so people can opt in to price version increase, or they can churn, and it saves you the ways, so you don't have to create like a separate license, do all of the exercise again and again. So it saves you like a lot of hassle. So there is a lot of focus that we do on how we acquisize the customer and how we retain the customers on our platform. So most of our licensing and subscriptions and audience development features are focused on that part.
Okay, and on the same topic, you can as well customize the pay-per-view or the 3 episodes or whatever. So as a shopping
Yes,
list, he wants to do a shopping list and pay it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And on this, so let's say let's say you are tracking a different KPI, which is which looks slightly different. You want to use different filters. Now, let's say if you want to just understand what it looks like in for UAE as a country. So billing country is UAE. Hit apply. Now, let's say after all the filtration and all the granularity, you came to a dashboard view that now represents your KPI. What you can do is you can just save this variation. So you can save this as a segment, and every time you have to see the same KPI, you can come here, just load that segment, and you would see the data filtered through through those settings. So it's kind of saving the settings, but we call it like it's generally referred to as segmentation in the marketing world. And then there is cohorting also that we support. So let's say you ran a campaign which was done for like specific 1,000 users as an example. And out of those 1,000, like 100 signed up, and you want to now track those 100 users through different campaigns. So you can also create a cohort around those users. So let's say if you are only looking at users who signed up for this period or converted through free trial, you can create a cohort around that, and then you can use those cohorts for across these dashboards for analytics, or you could just export those cohorts for your external targeting. Both of the cases are possible. And finally, the targeting part. So you can select like what are the what are the audience. So these are the segments that I created earlier. You can specify if the user consented to marketing or not, whether he consented to text marketing or email marketing, and depending on that, you can target the users accordingly. And then there are some pre-configured destinations like Meta, which is Facebook Ads, Mailchimp, Segment. Through these, you can also target those users within the platform rather than going outside.
And you can integrate it with SMS services as well, local SMS services plan, or WhatsApp services plan.
We could potentially do that. Yeah, we could look at an integration. It's not directly supported in our platform as of now, so it would mostly be a change request. But we can definitely look at the change requests.
Campaigns, okay.
And for off-platform activation, you could just download the underlying data, which gives you like full granular data that you can export from the platform. And then you can just download these dashboards. You can specify whether or not you want the PII detail. You can specify what are the parameters that you want to export. Maybe you don't need like all of the 100 parameters. You only need like billing country and email IDs, and that's it. So those kind of things are also possible.
Okay. And concerning on the rights, I will go back to the rights because these are related to the rights as well. On the digital rights management, for example, when we acquire or curate a content,
right?
Is there parameters to put because we don't want, so some rights, they are on a region, based on region, some rights based on region and other factors, which is like years or months or anything else. Can you put them in the system so it will block you from later on or no?
Yeah, absolutely. So we manage, those things at different levels. So on the very basic level, we have this video platform where all of the rights are managed. Let me find out one video actually. So I make sure that I'm not editing anything else. Just as an example, so you can have these geo blocking rules that can be configured, which are which can be done based on countries, or you can you can also do it based on zip codes or pin codes, and you can create for more granular things. You can create say templates, like a template saying that this content is allowed in this country or not, or on that country.
Good.
And then and then another complex rule, which is you launch the content in say UAE, and then at 10 o'clock you want to make it available to the world without making any changes. You can create a policy, set up different templates, and make them
maybe sometimes it's good to get, so as the first first round is UAE, second round is somewhere else, depends on the deal with the producers or the distributors.
Right. So yeah, all of those things are are definitely possible. You could do like free form tags or type tags, to further segment the content. And these are the exact tags that we use when we create the licenses or packaging, which you were mentioning some time back, on how I can specify whether this content is can be protected by one license. So you could restrict by tags. You could do like, you could specify any tag over here and then restrict. So any content that sits behind that tag gets restricted. And you could do like multiple licenses. There are very granular configuration that you can create over here, including how the look and feel of the license card. And maybe I can just very quickly show you how that looks like. So as an example, this is the this is the UI of licenses. You could customize, highlight the ones that you want to say promote, and then do a full sign up and then complete the process over here.
Good.
Now going back, so you could also do geo blocking based on licenses. So here you can see like geo blocking done based on licenses, based on devices. So if you have rights which are only available for mobile versus TVs versus web, you could specify concurrency, or you could also specify like if you have if there are two licenses offering similar kind of content, like if you have acquired one, you don't get another, something like that. So there are hierarchies.
So it's one per device at least.
Yeah.
So he cannot sign with the same account on two devices or give it to his kids or anything else.
You could actually do that. Like you could specify, like if you want to do a family sharing, you could say create a separate license which gives you 4 concurrent streams versus 1 concurrent stream, and you could sell it at a different price point.
Oh, okay, got it.
Or you could do like a mobile only license which gives you on access on mobile in UAE at a different price point with 1 concurrency, or it could be like all devices at a higher price point in UAE or to the world. So
and
all
concerning
of those
all these parameters, you have a white paper for, do you have a white paper for these ones? So when you do the acquiring or anything, you do have a white paper to fill all these one and apply them, right?
When you say white paper, like what do you mean by that?
I mean a pro forma which is ready. Okay, when you acquire it, okay, what are the rights we have and what we need to do with the product? So we can check, these one are for this product. This is a different product we are going to stream. This is different. Is it per product or on the entire thing?
No, so we do that slightly differently. So we achieve that by one configuration of geo blocking and then use of tags. So
Okay.
let's say if you want to restrict something to a specific thing, like you use tag 1 versus tag 2, and then accordingly when you want to curate the content on the CMS, you just specify those tags, and accordingly we'll
Got it.
present that content back.
Got it. Okay.
You can also specify usage restrictions, which is a bit uncommon feature, but we also have that. So let's say if somebody bought a license in UAE, you could restrict that to be used within UAE only and not outside,
Yeah. Okay.
and vice versa.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And then this is the pricing variation that I was talking about. And maybe I can show you one
Yeah, I saw it
which
before,
already has
and
something
I
like that.
realized that the differences are
Right.
there in pricing.
Right. So this is like an example of that. But yeah, it's a very granular system. You can also do create promotions which are single use, which are multiple use, and those also bear the same kind of granular configuration. So what are the areas where you want to do this? Whether you want to do use single use or generic promo codes. What is the redemption limit? So out you floated around 10,000, but you only want 1,000 to be redeemed.
Yeah.
Whether the discount is fixed or recurring, whether it's like percentage based or fixed, or you could also do like 10% every period. So if you are selling like multi-year subscriptions, get 10% off, for next 3 years, something like that.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I think this was pretty much like a brief overview of of how we how the system is architected and like how it looks like, how it is operated. It's very easy to operate, I would say, compared to other platforms that I've seen, in my experience in the industry. So
Yeah.
I mean, again, I would be a bit biased saying this, but I think this is like a very mature platform, which caters to like a lot of use cases around sports and many industries for OTT ecosystem.
Actually, it's easier to manage connecting ozone with Road and Schwartz, like they are using currently, in Netflix or other platform. They are connecting many small dots, small technical dots in order to reach that level.
Yeah.
Ozone for the
Absolutely.
content management, another CMS, another DRM, another. So it's a compact in one solution. This is what I liked about it. You don't need to care about what technical lot you are going to have because you have the components there.
Right.
And this is easier. We worked before because I saw before, and even I have friends who worked on with Monday for distribution on the production, mainly from production pipeline to distribution. It was very hectic before. This was 4 or 5 years ago, because we work on platform like that, and I can show you the lot, which is a lot. You have Caltex and Monday from the beginning, then at the end you have Monday for the post-production and distribute, and Monday even for formatting you need to have Monday and RS and Teradici to transfer the data in order to reach that level, which is in here. You have it. You need to upload, Manny will do the tagging, formatting, what poster you want to create, poster or anything, and that's it. It's on the same interface as user, and on the same interface, user experience as well. UX is the same. It's not you are juggling between, dashboards and sending from this to this. So it's one. This is what I liked actually, because we worked before on another platform, and it's too complicated for users to care of, and they need to acquire for everything a license.
Right. That sounds great. And again, like we are available for any deep dive session. So in the wider in the presentation architecture, any of the modules that you want to deep dive further, we can definitely do.
If we can go briefly on the analytics, user analytics, these are the main 2 points, which is user analytics and feature and functionalities. Actually, you explained the feature and functionalities. That's it. But user analytics, because this one is very important for the monetization part.
Right.
To target, and more about the business strategy and advisory. You have it on high level, as you mentioned. I'd love to know more as well about it.
Absolutely. What we can do is like we can do a separate session with that team,
Okay.
which can talk through like what are the expectations, basically from you on like where do you want to use them, and they can also give you an overview of what we do on our end, and we'll see like if we can marry up, both of these two things together.
So the user analytics, I need the high dashboard, if you have an example to show it. So what are the user analytics? What are the parameters? So it will help us absorb more as well about that.
Okay.
Then later on business strategy, we will do another session for that as well.
Great. Sounds great. What I can also do is I can share you, our online documentation, and we can do like a separate session as well. So if you get the chance, like have a go through at this documentation, it will like and it will give you like a brief overview. And if you have more questions, we can also address them during during that
will be very good
further demo.
Because this is one of the most important. At the end, it's a revenue platform, needs to be after 3-4 years. So it's good to know from the beginning what we can do, how can we customize things, and if there is anything we can be helpful for a decision, informed decision would be better as well from the beginning.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you for this.
So in terms of next steps, like how should we how should we proceed?
I believe I need to have the client on board with us. You send me this link. If you have any supporting documentation, would be great. I will take maybe this week, 1 week to go over things with them, explain everything, and we put it in our slide as well for the finance presentation as well. If you do have base points, I'm not sure if it's too early to speak about pricing at the moment. But if you do have an entry point for the pricing, would be great as well to know exactly about it. You're sending me doc. Okay. This is towards if you do have a price point for a startup, as you mentioned, would be great. Beside what you sent me and the video link, and then I'll come back by mid next week. If any answers or to request a deeper, presentation.
We will share with you some. We are working on it. This is why we asked you a few questions last time.
Yeah.
Because I think those will really have an impact on the pricing. It depends on the platforms, depends on the features and stuff. But it will be good also to know from you. Do you have any numbers in mind or any budgets for OTT?
I viewed 9 OTTs.
Okay.
And you're the one I chose just for a presentation only. Because of different factors. The main is the strength of the solution and the inclusivity of the things on your solution. I don't need to juggle there. I need to juggle, by different licenses, go different platforms, create a user interface, create, you have all the startup, tools to be there. That's why I don't have any number, wallah, at all, Wajdi. And I trust you 100% on that. Plus, we do have a good relationship from Italy as well with Deltatre, and you have Salah and you have us. So I communicated with you. I saw many before, and since 2018, I'm having OTT, and I'm updated with it. And I believe Deltatre is the solution to go. It's the one solution to go. I'm not going to shop around at all.
Okay.
If I had a price, I would say it straight away. As a friend and as in a business as well.
The reason why I'm asking is because there are a lot of variations today in the market. You see, but at least what we wanted you to understand, what is the added value with Deltatre. But I think you already mentioned.
I know it.
Maybe
you are faster than me, actually.
I worked it out before. Yeah, we did our exercise before, and we've been in the market for around 7 to 8 years now on OTT. So exactly. I shopped around. I saw, lots of presentations.
Because what happens in the market today is that there are a lot of players, a lot of newcomers, a lot of small players. But then some customers or clients that they just look sometimes at the price, but then they get stuck, and then they start looking for how to exit or how to change the platform. With us, it's not the case. Okay, our prices are reasonable. We've got different packages for you. You can start small, you can expand over time, you can upgrade. We're good. We have reliable systems. We have the experience for more than 40 years.
At the beginning, what we said we are going to have a 4,000 hours on first year to be on content on our platform. This is the maximum we can do for the first year. 4,000 hours.
Mm.
And most of the content is 1080. And of
Mhm.
course, it's encoded and it's compact on the platform. And these are parameters. So startup with this one, it would be great. If you have a startup
Okay.
point,
Yeah.
this is what we have as a content container for the capacity.
Right. And this 4,000 hours of content includes the content that you want to migrate at first, and then also the new content that you will be
It's the entire
introducing.
content to be digested on the platform. Yeah.
Okay. And at first go, like when you launch with this 4,000 hours of content.
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
And in terms of
Or
new
no, the first year we need to be the first year we need to be capable to ingest and have it on the system. Will grow.
All right. All right.
So this is the maximum capacity for first year. But on third quarter, third quarter, we'll know more about what we are having strategy for the next one and the next one, and we can grow on the go. This is what I like about your situation, because it's a SaaS service at the end, and it's a one license to be bought. At least from one place, I'm buying the license. It's not different, and with complications on the purchasing.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So in terms of say business proposition, like if we give you like a fixed cost, a license, and unit pricing for each of the variables, like how what CDN would cost, what user management would cost, X and Y variables basically,
Yeah.
and that would be sufficient for for this round.
Yes. Yes, it would be sufficient. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because Mahmoud, the pricing is usually two parts. Yeah, there is one part which is fixed, okay, which is usually the license and setup fees and stuff. But then you have the other part which is variable and depending on a lot of parameters. So this variable, maybe we can give you an idea based on the discussion. But at the end of the day, this varies, depends on the content, the storage, the number of
Sure.
users on the platform, the consumption.
Sure.
You see, so yeah, but at least we'll try to help you to have an idea about the full TCO, so that
Yes.
of course definitely this is something that you would like to share or for the client to
Yeah,
have
we
an
need to
idea.
forecast as well, to provision for it as well.
Okay. Okay,
That's it.
and so the project timeline we said around Q1 next year, more or less.
I believe
sometimes.
Q1. I believe Q1. No, not less. Now we are in
No,
November.
yeah, not less, but I mean more or less in Q1. Maybe
Yes, that's
few
right.
months from now. And decision,
That's
you
right.
think that they could decide to move forward with something end of this year, or it could be early next year, more
I
likely?
believe early next year.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
So we are just planning it, putting all the pitching deck. There was some request on other slides. They are needed, so we are working on them as well and getting some numbers from Ernst and Young as well on the media behavior, on the volumes, updated ones. So it's everything, we have a financial presentation projected for 23rd of November. Pitching deck. And if I have the number this week, we can do this week. And if any, session needed, we'll do it for next week. Then we'll be ready for the final one.
Okay, sounds good.
And sorry, just one or two more clarifications. So you mentioned a subscriber number of estimated subscriber number of 50,000. In terms of your content offering, would you be going into a hybrid mode, like some content is free, freely available, then some is behind paywall, or will everything sit behind paywall?
Everything will provide content free. Will provide it based on some platform, like for example, you can watch 1 or 2 episodes or 3 episodes, then you go into pay mode. And mainly these are for the verticals, and mainly targeting the TikTokers. Insta or TikTokers, these ones.
Right.
Yeah.
So no free, because free they can hack whatever they want. And another one, which is the content is secured 100%, the security on the system, the anti-piracy and all that kind of things, they are secured with protocols and all that kind of assurance, right?
Right. Yeah. So anti-piracy, at this stage, I would probably just recommend DRM, because anti-piracy like CDN leeching detection and I would say watermarking, those are more relevant for live streaming use cases where you are dealing with like top tier sports rights, because they come with a cost. And I don't think so that, again, I would want to sell you, but I don't think so that would be a right proposition. because of the cost versus, what is the value that we are trying to get out of that. So I would definitely recommend going with a multi DRM solution, which gives you like an all over studio level DRM content protection, and that should be more than sufficient.
Okay. Done. Got it. Once
Sounds
you
great.
have the
Sounds
content rendered, the video recording rendered, please send me the link and I will check what you sent me now, because you sent me something on the chat, I guess. Okay,
Yeah, so these are the
right.
documentation. The first one is direct link to our Vesper Insights, and the second one is to like our knowledge base homepage, and there you get to know like everything that we have on the platform.
Okay, it's giving me my connection is not private. No, proceed. Advanced. Proceed. I cannot access it. 40 guard intrusion, maybe from the network. Okay, I cannot due to the network in here. Because I have a project at Qatar Football Association. I'm working on it, and I'm connected to their network. Is it possible to send these links over the mail, please, so I can open them in my hotel?
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
Please. The knowledge base and the two documents, one Vesper and the knowledge base.
Sure, absolutely.
Please, platform. That's it. If you have any question, you have my email and my contact. Thank you so much, and sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet
Thank you. Mahmoud, just one more point on my
I
side.
have the
If you still
time.
have time.
Go ahead. I do. You do.
It's actually not related to this project, but in general, I know you guys are active in sports in general, right? As you mentioned now about the association. So on our side, we have in addition to OTT, we have digital products. So are you aware about our digital products, which are suitable usually for clubs, federations, leagues? Usually we help anyone as a sport organization to enhance their digital presence.
Not really. If you have an
Okay.
idea, just go ahead, please. We do have the time. Don't worry about it.
Of
if
course,
you have the time.
So actually, we have a product called Forge, which is not
Forge.
really OTT. So Forge is actually a publishing platform. It's a content management system. Okay, this is like a product where we can help. Let's say if you take an example, any sports club or any federation or any league, we design and build like their website, for example, and their mobile apps. And it will be a combination of, let's say, stories, pictures, small short clips. If you have, let's say, merchandising, you can have an e-commerce section. There will be a match center where the fans will go. Let's say will have all the information about the matches, about the ranking of the groups. You can follow your teams if it is, for example, a federation. You can check all the teams that are part of the federation or of the league, for example. You can go follow your preferred team. You can have a favorite player that you follow. You get updates. You see things like that. So it's really engaging. It's to drive fan engagement. We help them, let's say, have more traffic on their websites, and at the same time also not only a website. It could be a mobile app or tablet or whatever. Okay, so just keep it in mind.
I'm sending you what we have at the moment. We are working with Qatar Football Associations, actually. I send you the links and mainly their main mission is the Qatar Stars League at the moment. It's not the club number 2, the Serie B, the Liga B, it's the Liga A in here.
Okay.
If you have any presentation, or brochures you can send,
let me show you just one example if you
Go
want
ahead.
quickly.
Sure. Don't worry about the time. It's Friday for me. So
okay.
I'm executive timing today to pick up.
So 1 second. I'll show you one of our latest projects that we did, or one or two. So we have ICC in UAE, and we have Live Golf in Saudi. Okay. So let me share my screen. I cannot share. Sometimes Teams is okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is one of our customers, Live Golf. So this is a project that we delivered few months ago during 2025. Okay, so you can see the website. This is not really OTT, but it has some OTT features on top. So it's mainly here you can go, you can see the schedule. Okay, of course, this is dedicated to golf and sports.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see event details. You can go inside leaderboard, for example, the rankings of the like league or whatever. You see. For example, the finals, the semifinals, the quarters. Okay, so all is in a nice, engaging interface. Of course, yeah. Again, here we can provide templates. Okay, and you can easily build, let's say, the layout. Here there are some news.
So,
Okay.
sorry, Vajdi, if I may add, so in a nutshell, this is a platform where you would say it's more for digital. So anything related to digital, we start generally with our reference application. So there is a base application, and then what we do differently than the platform that I showed you, Vesper, which is like end-to-end platform fully. Here, what we do is we take that base application when we build the whole UI customized to each customer experience. So for Live Golf, it will be very different. For ICC, it would be very different.
Yeah, sure.
For MLS or MLB, it will be like widely. So we essentially skin up the top layer based on how it would need to be it needs to look for each customer. And then this gives you like a one platform for where you can do articles, where you can do social media, like social media
exactly.
integrations, stats, gamification, stories. So everything in one, like everything related to digital,
under one
merchandising,
platform.
ticketing.
Yeah, here you
And
can
I
see, for
realized they
example,
can watch the
tickets.
video, the best goals, the best shots, and everything
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you can have highlights, you can have whatever. Here, shop, for example.
This is one of the main differences with Qatar Stars League. I sent you the link, which is
You
different.
see?
They are basing everything on pictures, on the images, no videos, no analytics on that.
No. I mean, here it's a combination, as Anshul said. So there are so many features that you can have here. For example, merchandising. Here, if you see, it's all the teams. Okay, so you can select your team. You can see what merchandising they have available. Tickets, for example, you can buy tickets for a certain game or match or whatever. You see, so all this included. At the same time, we have a feature here which is called hybrid, Forge Hybrid, where also a user can create an account and they can have access to a streaming platform. Okay, but we're combining the two platforms under one umbrella. So usually the traditional way, you have your .com website and then you have your streaming platform. So here, from one location, you can have all the news about your favorite teams and whatever, everything, as we mentioned. And at the same time, you can create an account and stream. Okay. Of course, depends on the sport, depends on the rights, if they are available in your region or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
here the rights are with Al-Kas mainly, and Al-Kas, they have their own platform.
Yes, I know.
I will check them. I'm not
but
sure
but
about
but I
what they
mean
offer
this
actually.
is good maybe for the
others.
federation and for the
Yeah.
clubs. Also, we have something called Forge multi-tenancy. Okay, Forge multi-tenancy. For example, in the US, we have those all big leagues and clubs for American football. So we can create one master website, for example, or one master platform, and then we can replicate part of this into the member groups or affiliates. Okay, so for example, in Qatar, if you have the association and you have under the association the clubs, I don't know how many clubs you have, 16, 18.
They have.
Yeah. So there
believe
could
they
be
have
one
12.
master. Exactly. There could be one master website for the federation where everyone can go, can get all the information and use. And at the same time, every club can have their own website or platform. And we can decide together about the design, the themes, because every club has his own maybe themes. The format of the website could be different. We could work
Okay.
together to also to agree on how much content you want shared between the master and affiliate. So we are flexible, and we can build all
Okay.
this.
Good to
But I
know
think,
it.
and you got the idea. The idea
Yes, yes.
is to have more interaction or more engagement between the fans and their clubs, or between the fans and their favorite players. Okay, so they keep getting the updates, and at the same time, also we help the clubs also have more traffic on their website. They can monetize better. In terms of editorial teams, also, we make their life easier. The editors can access from anywhere. They can update in parallel. All these things together.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So
Thank
we
you
have
so
also
much.
ICC. ICC is a bit more condensed. There are a lot of information here. So ICC is the governing body for cricket.
Yeah.
So also this is something that we did, I think,
India,
2 years ago.
Pakistan, a huge market
Yeah,
there.
exactly. So
Actually,
again,
it's
you
all
can see
over
the rankings.
all over the region and here in the Gulf.
Yes, exactly. You see, so you get information, you get highlights, you can watch also some what's going on, like summaries or whatever. You can see the rankings, you can see the top players. And again, from here is again the same story. You can stream, okay, and
Perfect.
you have a lot of options here. Okay, so this is just quick idea, and just I thought of it because
Good
I
to
know
know
you
it.
guys
Yeah.
are active in sports, so maybe
Good
in
to
case
know
you
that.
come across any opportunity.
Yeah, when you send me this one, I have a consultant who's working in Saudi Arabia actually, and I can forward everything to him straight away. He's
Yeah,
working
what
in
about
sports
Qatar?
actually.
What about Qatar?
This
Because
is what
Qatar
I will
also you have some
discover.
strong teams, especially
They
football,
do.
right?
They do have, and they are developing a lot now. And I believe there are new clubs. There might be new clubs coming on as well, coming soon to the market as well.
Hmm.
So I will check this area with Qatar. I didn't touch it before because we are focusing on the VAR, by the way. So
Yeah,
we've been
I
awarded
know.
the VAR,
Yeah.
actually centralized VAR project. But I'll keep it in mind. If anything here, yes, I'll through it, and even I'll give it to the gentleman in here as well, and we can. If
Yeah, I
they
mean,
have the willing
we
to
can
connect, I
also
will.
arrange a proper session,
Yes, yes, this is what I'll try to do. And there is a
Okay.
good subject matter expert in here. He's our counterpart in the VAR here in the federation. I can show him if you have anything to share. I'll share it straight away with him, and I'll put him in contact as well with you directly. Even
Okay.
I'll do
I'll
it.
try to share with you some
If
slide
you
deck, like an overview.
yes,
Keep it just
yes,
for the reference,
sure, will
and
be
then feel
great.
free to share it. Okay.
I
Okay.
will. Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bye
for your
bye.
time.
Amshul. Bye
And
bye.
yeah,
Shukran ya Wajdi.
we'll be in
Thank
touch.
you.
Shukran.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Allah
bye.
ma'ak. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.